Sorry about the bad connection, guys. It's all about work, though. It's all about just trying to be. Mm-hmm. So we're having a very tough time focusing. And the trees that are close to us really shouldn't be bopping it like that. This camera doesn't really get affected by something like that in such a close thing, so it is something maybe deeper. So watch for maybe a twinkle of a glow of an eye. I'm just going to hit zoom or focus a couple of times just to see if it does anything. And I don't, although it can be what's on the window though. Fair enough there too. So let's go back to this spot because this spot is pretty trustworthy. It'll take me a moment to set it, guys. So sorry about that. Just close your eyes. Meditate. More like this. Because that will give us an advantage. Because I'm going to put it up against the window. But it also their projection a little bit there, and it's helpful. I'm sure you probably understand how it can be helpful. And what this little short clip at 10 minutes or whatever we're hanging out here is going to do is research from home to whatever degree outside their own home, and also on my channel that leave comments. And when they leave comments, there's a number of people that I can trust. Because on these lives, I don't really have the way of doing a good zooming. My own filming, I get to zoom it with my camera. Right after I videotape it, I can watch it and zoom it. Sometimes when a vehicle or something like that changes the shading for a moment, that's a hopeful little thing. I'm even going to try to get us to focus on that tree there on the left. Even this tree in front here, I'll see if we try focusing on that a little bit. Oh yeah, I'm still on zoom mode on that, yes. And then I'll bring this back to that greenery there. It's just my camera's not. Come on. Why ain't you going in there, Sean? There we go, we're back into it. Camera's acting kind of. It won't do it. Sorry about that bouncing, guys, but hopefully that's the best focus onto the background there, because it just won't react down in the green area. So I'm going to try in the black corner, down in the black there where they're, the areas don't need to have that tree in there. Oh, I see. So I'm going to, because that might have been stealing some of our good focus on the background. Thank you for the support. This is in the same on the same Wi-Fi as I got. I did the 10-minute live yesterday, or the however many minute live it was yesterday, testing out the place. And so what I did was I'm actually a little bit closer to the building now, on a different angle, but we might have the same, at least part of the same subject area in the video. For starters, I'm seeing that little marker. You see that marker on the left there in the middle, but more to the left of the screen, middle top to bottom. That marker might show up on the other video, so it'll give you a little indication of something. And up above there on the left, and then you come towards, a quarter of the way in from the left side, how it's all dark in there and stuff. That's kind of just something that they've created with knocking some trees around and such like that. And it's like a little hut almost. And, that's one of the things up in our area is you notice is we don't get a lot of people pointing and saying, look at that formation or something. And because we don't do that, then they don't really get into the kind of eye candy for us. So that what you see in front of us is more really their way of building a full-out hide and stuff, kind of without trying to attract too much attention. But then when you go and you see all these other people, especially in, well, I'm not going to say especially, but in a number of the states there, I should say, people are they're looking for what do we call them, the structures, I think they call them generally, or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Most people do. Yeah, they draw so much attention, and everybody just, will stand around and take videos of it for such a long time, and so on and so forth. Personally, I think the structure part of it might be something that we humans actually influenced in their fun way of doing that, or their full-out thought way of how they do that, or whatever it is. It might come into play more because of the understanding, at least when I'm not talking about like leaning trees and stuff. I'm talking about when it's actually, they've built up a bunch and then they got a bunch like they're cross beamed and like it's a structural actual kind of little building. I think that because we're the builders, we're the beings that are doing all the building. It's quite obvious and stuff. They're into breaking down all the asphalt and the concrete. That's why you notice so much damage around your city and stuff. That's why you maybe notice buildings where they just built those buildings a couple of years back there, and now they already need to repaint them. What's up with that? Different things like this, as you're going to start to realize is that's these guys, like they're the ones who are making things look worn and wearing out. They're exploding the tree growth. So if you notice that the trees are just unreal, and it's going to start being talked about more. And the first person I actually heard talking about the nat is that girl student, like a high school teenager or whatever. Maybe she's out of high school and university. I think she maybe is that intelligent, or she's beyond, But anyway, so she's Greta's, that Greta girl. She's her opposite. She's the one who's telling the truth. I don't know her name, compared to Greta, who just is a puppet on a string, if you get it that way, and so on and so forth. But anyways, figure out who the Greta rival is, or whatever they put it. Listen to that girl, because that girl, how she does it, because she's going to form a following, it's obvious. And yeah, and she pointed out on one of her last videos there, she said something about he was talking about the sprout, certain different things she was talking about, and then the sprouting of nature came into it. It's the first person that I've heard putting it out there, how they're noticing nature's making a bounce or something. And I've been talking about it for 3 years. And it's starting to come around more and more, and it's all about these farmers that we seek. So 17 minutes, wow. I thought it was going to be 10 minutes. Anyways, so thanks for hanging out, everybody. And I wouldn't doubt it if maybe we got some flashy eyes and stuff going on in there and different things. So hopefully it all worked out well. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Peace out.